Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Super Mario Ice Luigi action figure. Is this action figure a paragon of resounding perfection, or should it be relegated to the dumpster, or is it characterized by insipid mediocrity in the form of a quantitative score when I utilize a Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures as a benchmark for comparison? I have to rate this Ice Luigi action figure to be an 8 out of 10, unfortunately. Is it impeccable? Does it hit all cylinders? It practically does, but the crux issue here is that it commands an exorbitant, lofty, steep, staggering price point, which is essentially cost prohibitive. In stark contrast to a Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figure, it's devoid of a comic book, it's devoid of a build-a-figure piece for a robust, colossal, stupendous, meticulously detailed 14 to 16 inch Build-A-Figure. It does not have 32 to 40 points of articulation. So those are some of its shortcomings relative to an $8 Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figure. However, what is a boon to this figure? What is appealing about this figure? What is compelling about this figure? Well, he has two-fisted hands, so he's ready and raring to go. He looks like he's poised for battle, and he's ready to pummel his adversaries to death and render them decedents, just like he does in the game. He can ostensibly discharge ice balls from his hands, but in spite of that, he doesn't come with ice ball accessories. That would have been a welcome addition. But he does, however, have an ice flower accessory, so that's appealing to say the least. He has 13 points of articulation. He emulates his video game counterpart. He has high quality details, high quality textures, high quality aesthetics, and a high quality sculpt. Unfortunately, he only stands 4 inches tall, so the Joyride Studios Luigi's Mansion Luigi action figure dwarfs this Ice Luigi action figure. But this Ice Luigi action figure does coincide eminently well with a 5 to 6 inch action figure collection. You could wedge him in there. He may be inconspicuous among 5 to 6 inch action figures, but nonetheless you'll still be able to find him in your collection. Since he's a character on the taller side, I'm presuming that he stands closer to 4.5 inches tall, but I've yet to verify the veracity of that. But he's more than likely anywhere from 4 to 5 inches tall. But if you want to render him noticeable, you'll likely have to relegate him to the vanguard of your shelf. In other words, you have to be in the front lines of your shelf, or the front of your display, to say the least. The price point is steep based on his size and scant accessory inclusion. He should cost $6, or perhaps $8 at most, when adjusted for inflation, considering how the dollar lost at least 97% of its purchasing power since 1913. In other words, an action figure that retailed for $8 plus tax back during the early 2000s, when adjusted for inflation, will cost substantially more money today, unfortunately. Just because the dollar is losing purchasing power in perpetuity. But that's another topic for another video. My final verdict, my final score is 8 out of 10. With a $10 price point, this figure should come with additional accessories, and perhaps even be bundled with a secondary figure. There's no interchangeable heads. His dynamic posability is limited, with only 13 points of articulation. He has articulation in all the requisite areas, but perhaps he could have used a diaphragm joint. And interchangeable hands. And an angle pivot if he lacks one. It's more than likely axiomatic that he's lacking an ankle pivot, but no major gripes. I'm rating him 8 out of 10 just because of price. It's a bit steep based on the size of the figure. He's more than likely anywhere from 4 to 4.5 inches, possibly even 5, but I'm uncertain of his exact height. He's just a 4-inch scale action figure, so I can only deduce that he'll be around 4.5 inches. I hope that you found this video to be insightful and engrossing. Have a blissful, blessed day. Goodbye and good night.